Hello and welcome to the Japanese Maple Fans channel. Guys, if you like Japanese maples, you made it to the right channel. We're going to be walking through one of our greenhouses here at mrmaple.com. You know, just chatting maples, talking maples, what everybody likes to do on a nice Sunday afternoon. Maybe you're watching this during the morning though. Hey, it's afternoon right now. Just walking through this greenhouse. Really cool stuff going on here. This is going to be probably the last video before our open house, which will be September 1st. So if you like this and you want to come check out this greenhouse and you're checking this out before September 1st of 2025, guys, come to Mr. Maple open house. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Guys, it's going to be a great time. Now let's get into the plants. Guys, the maples are popping right now. You know, there's some new growth going on. There might be a little kind of heat stress going on. It's been a little hot out here. But I will say, on my way in, walking around this greenhouse, these autumn moons really interested me. I've been seeing a lot about this online recently. JD Veritree's introduction, kind of a classic sheer salmonum variety. But yeah, I just love the color on this one. I really like this flush of red that it's getting right now in the summertime. Also kind of like the bleached vibes that it has going on some of the varieties. Or some of the trees. Very cool. And I also was looking at these guys over here. I believe, let's see what this is. Oh, nice. Red clouds. Acer palmatum red clouds. A variety of linear-lobum. Guys, if you're a Japanese maple fan, but you don't know as much about them as you want to, linear-lobums right here are actually a really distinct kind of subsection of Acer palmatum, known as linear-lobums because the leaf, what we call these little lobes, are extremely long, elongated, a lot more than a regular palmate leaf or even like a lace leaf. And most of the time these are going to be uprights as well, kind of a nice upright tree. These ones are really cool, nice sizes. Also got some, I think that's black lace back there. And then this green one is, I don't know, maybe some sort of sheer salmonum? I don't know. Oshi-o-beni. Yeah, that one's cool. Very beautiful. Moving through here. What do we got? La Diabla. So yeah, these are pretty cool. This is more like a Katsura orange kind of beacon of spring maple. These are really vigorous actually. I've seen these kind of grow throughout the year this year, and they put on a lot of new growth. They really push a lot of new growth, and you get this really cool orange color that's going on right here. Nice exaggerated. During the summer flush, I feel like sometimes the colors aren't as exaggerated as they are during the springtime, but you can still kind of see that pop of orange color across that nice lively green. Love that one. Very cool plant, especially if you got a devilish woman in your life. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. Some classics going on right here, guys. We got Kurenai Jishi. An awesome, I think this might be like a 2-gallon of Kurenai Jishi. Introduction by the late great Yano-san. This is the red Alliance Head maple. What we mean by that is that there's a specific kind of subsection of maples. Again, there's a lot of subsection of maples, guys. And this is known as like the Shishigashira or the Lion's Head family. And this variety in the sun will be a lot more red. In the greenhouse, you can kind of green up, give you some interesting like purples. But this one's kind of known for that nice red color it gets during the springtime. Nice red fall color. I like this color as well. It's very heat tolerant. I know here in North Carolina, we're a little blessed with really nice weather, but in Cherokee, I have this in like a heavy clay soil and probably a decent bit of sunlight next to the pavement. Mine's doing pretty well. I really like that one. I think that's a good tree to start with if you're just starting. Really, really beautiful. Got some larger stuff going on. Got some Rhode Island reds. This is like a dwarf bloodgood. Really nice, stout, beautiful looking tree. Mixed in with, what's this variegated thing? So maybe some Lillian's Jewel, I'm sure. Oh no, rainbow. So yeah, that's really beautiful. Right now, rainbow's looking really cool. You can see through that kind of mass of leaves of all the other stuff, the rainbow peeking through with the variegation. Awesome Talon Buckholz introduction. Very, very vibrant colors going on right here. Super, super cool. Got some Ukigumos. Might be picking up an Ukigumo today. Who knows? Floating cloud maple is pretty awesome. Got some summer golds. Right next to some Manino Satos or Benichien. Let's see. Yep, Manino Sato. That's a cool pairing, I'll say. You get kind of like those purples playing with those yellows. I'm always trying to think of contrasting colors in the garden and things that are really going to try to bring each other out and kind of make the garden greater than the sum of all the parts. And I think having that contrast, especially like two really unique, beautiful plants, really helps play off each other in the garden, especially if you're doing containers. I do a lot of container gardening, so I do only pretty much container gardening, but having them together really elevates that. And then whenever you get into playing with stuff in pots, it gets even better. So big set of Ukigumo right here, guys. Let me see if I can find some of the classic variegation this is kind of known for. You know, being that floating cloud style Japanese maple. It's kind of a little late in the season, so only, I guess, some of these lower branches have some variegation. You can kind of see that sand dusting white color that is going on. Really, really cool. I was seeing online people talking about this, how they get really consistent color by having it in a bonsai pot with some akadama, which is a special type of soil. I know Matt and Tim, they really suggest letting that one leaf out like super, super slow to get the best color. I really like the leaf shape as well, I'll be honest. I think that it has relatively unique style leaf. And then during the fall time, I mean, it's a very magnificent orange color. Got some cool stuff here, a couple different species. We got some Bajarianum right here, the lion's head maple, and I think this is Acer diabolicum. Yep, Acer diabolicum. So the devil maple, maybe you put that next to your La Diabla. Have some mischievous stuff going on in the garden at nighttime. Who knows? And yeah, I think both of those look really interesting, especially compared to each other. You got, you know, your Acer pomatum, your Acer diabolicum, and then your Acer Bajarianum right here. Super, super cool to be able to see all those, you know, having this repeating bud pattern or alternating bud pattern, but to be in the same genus, but they're all different species. So cool. Even got a little green tea back there, which I think we kind of speculate that it might have some oliveranum hybridization going on. So That one's really cool. Some super dope stuff in here. I think the reason why I wanted to come into this greenhouse though is because of this tree right here. This is an awesome variety from Talon Buckholz. This is called Summer Fun, a Chinese dogwood, variegated Chinese dogwood. This is one of my favorite plants that I got introduced to whenever I started working here. Always had a love for dogwoods because, you know, that's North Carolina's state plant. I know it's probably a lot of people's state plant or state tree, but it's just so amazing. I know this is the Chinese form. You can see kind of that pink that's getting right in there. That's kind of typical for maybe some early spring growth. This is a little bit of stress, but it kind of lets you know what that fall time is going to look like. This tree, awesome during the spring. You know, you're going to get amazing flowers, but I love this thing during the fall time because, I mean, these leaves change. The white turns pink. The green turns like a vibrant kind of picked up red color. Super amazing and beautiful. And yeah, we'll just keep on walking. Some nice sized Lillian's Jewels back here, similar to that rainbow. I think this one has a little bit more consistency and variegation, not as much reversion. I feel like rainbow really brings the colors. This thing's no slouch either, but yeah, both of them are just super amazing plants. Y'all have probably heard about Lillian's Jewel if you're not new to the channel, but if not, super awesome introduction. I mean, I love whenever something has that much drama in the landscape, for sure. All right, guys, here we got some awesome, another species maple, hot blonde, Acer oliveranum. This is Matt and Tim's introduction. It's really cool, honestly. Right now you can kind of see, like, it gets like this weird, like, kind of red outline around the edges of the leaf sometimes, which I think is super cool. Kind of, you know, gives it a little bit of pop. Super dope plant. Really heat tolerant. Seen some homies growing this in Texas, and it's doing fairly well for them. Definitely one that brings some drama with those yellows, but then during the fall time comes back with some heavy hitting reds. Super dope. What do we got here? Something interesting. This plant, it always kind of catches my eye during this time of the year. Ramona, Acer palmatum Ramona. It has like some really cool looking spring colors, but the summer colors are really dope on this one. You can kind of see those pale pinks kind of showing through over top of like the pale yellows. And it looks that way consistently each year whenever I've seen it. I know we're in kind of like a 55% shade poly house. But yeah, that one's super cool. I'll walk through here. Got some awesome, what do we got? Some nice Dawn redwoods, that Meta Sequoia Glyptus stroboides guy. This one's called Gold Rush. You know, for that spring color and that fall color that's going to happen. These grow really quick, so if you're looking for something to maybe go in a little bit of a wetter area, those might be your pick. But yeah, guys, we're approaching the end of the greenhouse. I think we're going to close out. If you enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like. Subscribe, guys. It helps a lot. If you want to really support us, though, go check out mrmaple.com for all your tree needs. We're called Mr. Maple, but we got tons of other plants, guys. We love trees. We appreciate you guys. And remember, take care, God bless, and have a great day.